Okay, then let's move on towards game 3 we go. We're going to be seeing Priestess. Okay, so the Priestess and Anti-Current first two bans here. Seer is still available for survivors here to use, but I don't think they want you to go in straight towards perma bans as well, which is the issue here though as well. But with that on mind, it's gonna be Joker and Opera Singer gone here immediately. Permabans is Woiling, Gardener, Female Dancer, Prospector, as we explained last game as well. So for the survivors here, they do have a free for all. They can go with Acro here immediately. I think Acro first pick shouldn't be too bad, especially when all the good maps. I mean, like good maps for Acro. You have, well, actually, any map is good for Acro, but like, Acro here actually isn't too bad, especially for Restaurant, but you could potentially go Acro here. You want to save, so who do we want to save? You want to save Arrow, you want to save FO, and then you want to save Merc for later. So you want those guys to be refreshed as much as you can, but of course, all the other meta as well, like cheerleader, etc., etc. But GG can run lawyer here actually, but decide to go for psychologist. He says so. We're gonna go for the psycho patient here, the couple therapy, psycho and patient here. So psycho and patient first two picks are quite standardized. So psycho counters chip like Nayid. And then patient also counters Nayid, but it also kind of counters the NightWatch as well. So these two picks, it's like a NightWatch counter. These two picks are NightWatch counters here from ChoAi side. But of course, you could potentially say this is not bad for Wax Artist too. This is actually not bad for Wax Artist. Patient is okay enough for Wax Artist. But if we get the Cordy out here, I don't think Anti can be chosen. Anti cannot be chosen. It should be Mercenary here. No matter what happens here, it should be Mercenary, especially with, okay, Aeroplane. Aeroplane is fine too, Arrow is fine too, Arrow is fine too. Since there's only so many rescuers they can ban, Arrow is also fine too. But then, like, you're gonna have to consider NightWatch, you're gonna have to consider Nayid, you're gonna have to consider Wax Artist. We ban the forward, they could just go Merc, Merc is the best choice here. I don't know what ChoAi's planning on going, but with the forward ban there, even if the forward doesn't get banned and they choose forward instead, you can counter that with like, you genuinely can counter that with Wax. You can counter that with Wax, and like you can go Wax against Psycho as well. So then, like, in this situation, I don't think forward should have been banned here. If you want to ban someone, you probably should ban Merc instead. Because, like, if they do run forward, it's kind of free for all for you as well, especially with how slow they decode. You could potentially run Wax teleport, Nayid teleport. Not sure myself, but we'll just have to see how it goes. But anyways, on towards the Hunter selection mode we go. We are going to be seeing ChoAi with Violetta here. The Violetta pick for forward ban isn't worth it. I still do think maybe banning Merc would have been better there. Still do think maybe banning Merc would have been better there. They were missing a rescuer after all. They were missing a rescuer there after all. But anyways, moving on to the area selection mode we go. We're gonna have Mercenary spawning in middle, Psychologist by Umbrella Gate, Patient on towards the other side, and of course Aeroplane is spawning near the hotel. We're gonna be seeing Violetta here spawning by towards the corner near the back gate. But of course on towards the persona trace we go, it's going to be Flywheel here on Patient with no speed boost on towards the Psychologist, and double Titan here of course on the other two. Then it's going to be Trump Card Detention Blink here for Violetta, the Soul Weaver. It's going to be Playoff Stage 2 Match 2 Game 3 first half. Okay, let's see here. ChoAi, we're going to be going straight towards Patience, it does seem. So on Patient is relatively safe upstairs until he sees where Violetta is, but it seems like for Patient himself as well, he probably is still trying to play mind games with the Vio. It doesn't really matter for Vio just has to force Patient off from the two-story area, so then like she can immediately use webs to catch up towards the Patient. But it seems like for Patient here, he wants to remain in a two-story area for now, especially with the fact that he can hook out as well. That hook out potential is going to be brilliant for the, we're going to hook over here immediately from PB side. It's quite a distance pull. It's a very nice distance pull, I would say. You're gonna have to take advantage of that, but then like ChoAi basically has 100 stacks of webs right now. You have blinking 10 seconds, so you could potentially start stacking webs here. You could potentially start using webs here, but it does seem like for GG survivors, we're going to be seeing Patient putting as much distance here as possible. But even with that side note here, we did not get that web, a little bit unfortunately placed, but we are going to be able to go out there. So there's going to be 2 stacks here registered immediately, and preferably if Patient can take a few webs before he gets hit would be great. because that's what we should be aiming for. Flywheel? No flywheel just yet, but we need the flywheel here. We need the flywheel to take some webs. We decided the flywheel through the pallet. Okay, not bad. But can we please? Yeah, we need to take some webs. We need to take some webs. No matter what happens here, you need to take some webs. Even if Blink is right, it doesn't matter. You gotta take some webs because you don't want him to speed boost his way to you. But like Patient overall has done a really good containment here. ChoAi also doesn't have much items remaining. He is gonna have the blinking here, but that's 3 cipher machines done right now. So they're already getting the last 2 cipher machines here done as fast as they could. Mercenary cipher machines currently at 87%, but just by chairing Patient here, it's gonna go to 94. That's fine. Aeroplaners can rescue first if they want to, but I feel like they'll probably let Aeroplaners stay on chair and let Mercenary use his 2 elbow pads to make it in here. He doesn't even need to. He just needs 1. He just needs 1 here, so Mercy, we're going to be able to see the elbow pad coming in here immediately. It's a little bit of an early rescue, but it's still okay. Because there's that as well. A bit of an early rescue, but it's okay. As long as Patient Down's in a relatively bad area to chair and everything should be fine. But of course, from the Survivor side as well, they probably, well, the web threats kind of get rid of themselves. But even with that in mind though, there's still quite a lot of things to be worried about, honestly. ChoAi here is 1 spit. That looks, is that 1 spit away from max presence? No, that's not. That's 1 hit away from max presence. So for ChoAi here, he doesn't have double spit. ChoAi doesn't have double spit here, so there's no way Mercy will be going down. So Mercy can go in for the rescue. Well, he did get healed by Psycho as well. So, but then like there won't be a double down situation. There won't be a double down situation at all. So Mercenary still having 2 elbow pads here remaining. For XMX here, he's going to be coming in through the border of restaurant, let's say. But of course, with a cipher machine being primed here as well, Patient with no items remaining though, a little bit hard, but this should guarantee a 3-man escape here, especially with 18 by the exit gate. Now we are going to be wanting the body block here as much as we can. It seems like ChoAi wants to spit PB shot down. We did get the first bit there, a little bit unfortunate. We are going to be popping the cipher machine here immediately, but with that pop there, a little bit unfortunate from ChoAi's side. A little bit unfortunate from PB shot side, he didn't get the blink out. Yeah, not blink out. Yeah, blink and teleport is ready though. Oh, okay. This is gonna be really hard then for ChoAi. I know he wants to teleport, and I know that 18 is towards the other exit gate, but even with that on mind, we're gonna be able to hover away there immediately. But with that hover away, I mean, Violetta doesn't really have that much web threats here remaining as well. We missed that spit too, and dungeon is nearby. It seems like ChoAi realizes dungeon is nearby. But at least 18 has tie turner, so that's fine. At least 18 has tie turner, so that's fine. But we're still waiting on here as much as we can. It seems like we're trying to play as much mind games here as possible, though the exit gate is currently open. There's 60 seconds remaining on detention right now. So for ChoAi right here, either he gets stacks as much as possible to get the aeroplanist down, or Aeroplane is going to take dungeon anyway, because this is going to be a really rough part for ChoAi to be at. So Soul Weaver here, he needs to I'd say he needs to put in web threads. Like, he just needs to put in web threads to play mind games as much as possible here. But 18 is doing such a great crouch. Oh my lord, 18 is doing a brilliant crouch right there. But then, like, Soul Weaver still does 1 more web. You know, you need to use your webs. You do need to use your webs there as much as you can, especially with the fact that okay, fair enough. 20 seconds left on... Oh no, 20 seconds left on detention. 20 seconds left on detention. It's gonna be a 3-man escape. Oh my god, what the hell? What the hell is this? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Ooh, okay. Thank god he found him. GG's. Wow, let's go actually a tie here for ChoAi. Moving on, Lamal, moving on. Okay, let's move on towards the second half. We're going to be seeing the Priestess Patient first 2 bans, and from the Survivor side, we're going to get rid of the Polun here alongside with Opera Singer. Okay, so Polun and Opera Singer here has been permaban. Well, not permaban, but they will go. Permaban from Survivor side, though, let's just see here. Permaban from Survivor side, it is going to be Lawyer forward, so... Lawyer, forward, Psycho, and Wildling. To be honest with you, Wildling and forward ban isn't much, but the Lawyer ban here probably could be worth quite a bit for later rounds as well, with the, you know, with the whole shenanigans of trying to cipher rush as much as we can. But like from Xawm needs a tie, so he can have NightWatch or Spider here if he really wants to. But of course, Bonbon is left out, but I don't think Bonbon will be played. Don't think it's worth playing Bonbon as well. So then, like, with that on mind, we are going to be seeing the Cheerleader and Acrobat first 2 picks. Okay. Cheerleader, Acrobat first 2 picks here. It's gonna be... they're gonna need a Harasser then. They're probably gonna need Batter later on. But I feel like if they want to get someone out, probably Batter should be first pick if they want a Harasser. But then they still do a Prospector. They still do have Pros, I guess. But then, like, if they don't want to play the 27, 28 cheer support for the extra Tighturner, not Tighturner, for the extra borrow time, I guess all what Cheerleader here is doing is to refresh cooldown. So you could potentially have a Weeping Clown here. You could potentially have Weeping Clown here to counter the NightWatch as well if that's what you want. But of course, Aeroplane is being banned there. You could go anti and then follow up with Merc, or you could just pick Merc here, and then if they get anti banned, you could pick someone else like Seer. Because like in this situation, even if you do get Seer out and like Xawm picks Bonbon, like she's gonna travel such a long time to find this here anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Last man is gonna have to be last man being anti here. They have Seer. They do have Seer, but then they also do a Patient, I guess, if they want to run Patient. But for me myself here, I think Seer wouldn't be bad, especially with how big of a map this is. Finding Seer is going to take a relatively long time. But even with that on mind, it seems like we're going to go for the Prospector here instead. So we're going to fill in with a Harasser immediately. Probably for Balloon Rescue potential from the Prospector side as well. But for Prospector, it's most likely just to allow whoever's on chair to rebound kite for as long as they can, I guess. Really. That's what I simply think. That is honestly what I simply think. But even with that on mind, Cheerleader, the first pick for Cheerleader here is going to be quite interesting to see. It is going to be quite interesting to see. We're going to have to see who Xawm picks here as well, though, which is quite important. But anyways, let's move on towards 100 pick. We're going to be coming out with NightWatch here immediately. So NightWatch here simply allows us to... NightWatch kind of allows a lot of things, doesn't he? He allows the Typhoon pullback, so then like Cheerleader can cancel the cheer support, and you can catch up the survivors immediately as well. But anyways, let's move on towards the area selection mode. We are going to be seeing the Cheerleader spawning by hotel, but the reality is we're gonna have NightWatch being in hotel, just so Cheerleader doesn't go in there, and then you're gonna have Mercy in the middle, and then 2 survivors at each exit gate respectively. I think that's the word. But anyways, even with that on mind, it's going to be Traumatic Detention Blink here on Xawm alongside with double Flywheel here on towards the Prospector and Acrobat. Cheerleader with a Speed Boost, and of course 11 with Tighturner. Okay, let's see here. Xawm spawning up towards 2-story, immediately dropping down here as well. We are going to be seeing Jelly here for the first chase as the Cheerleader, but Cheerleader is going to have to be very careful here, especially against NightWatch though, because from NightWatch's POV, if you chase after Cheerleader during her Pomon phase while slow debuff is on, then it's not good for you. But anyways, we're going to be able to see 11 here becoming the first chase. That's going to be elbow pad in towards a very bad area here, so 11 is going to be able to give a free hit towards NightWatch here immediately. A little bit bad here coming from that's actually really bad there coming from Wolf's side. Yeah, that's actually really bad coming from Wolf's side. We're going to decide to chase after the Rescuer first. So Mercenary first chase here against the NightWatch. NightWatch having max stacks here as well. We do have jumps here to use, so we're going to be able to jump over to Mercenary with another elbow pad and get the hit on towards the Mercenary. They're a little bit unfortunate, but even with that in mind, the Mercenary having no items here remaining, you could potentially just break the pallet there. The Blink open, okay, we're going to save as much time here as possible with the Blink open and then Typhoon back here immediately, but I guess we can just dash straight towards the Mercy if needed. But it seems like there's no need. It's going to be a 70-second down and a 75-second chair time. Seems like it's going to go up to 80-second chair time because we're going to chair towards one of the corners here. Now then, one of your Titurners is currently gone, which is really bad right now for the survivors. So with the Titurner being gone here and Mercenary being at a relatively bad area, seems like for the survivors they want someone to come in to rescue, which is fine. We do see Acrobat, so we can dash towards the Acrobat here, but even with that in mind though, Acro should be able to make it towards the chair regardless. Could be you could force him to use the ball, but I don't think there's a need. Okay, so that's gonna be a hit on towards who? Hit on towards Mercenary. Okay. Hit on towards Mercenary, mini 8-second tie turn and cooldown. But even with that in mind, we can go for the Acrobat right here as well. Acro did use a ball, but he used another ball, so that's 2 balls immediately consumed by the Acrobat. Thankfully for the Cheerleader though, because if it wasn't for Cheerleader there, it would have been double down. So Cheerleader came in very clutch. Very, very, very clutch there. But anyways, it's going to be 3 Cypher Machine progress is done here. We're going to have Mercenary back on towards the chair right now. But we know that Acrobat isn't going to be able to come into rescue anymore. So it seems like for Xawm, he's going to go out with a really big confidence here. But anyway, Strong Card is ready for teleportation as well. We are going to be able to get the heal on towards Acro there, but with 1 hit remaining on towards max presence, we do see that survivors are still decoding. But if we're going to go for a Hotel Cheerleader, that's not going to be that much of a great idea for you. It seems like for Xawm here, he could potentially just leave, but yeah, he could leave now. The survivors have sold the Mercenary. Well, I mean, Mercy didn't really contain well after all, so it doesn't really matter at that point, to be honest with you. But from the survivor side, seems like for Jelly here, we are still trying to play as much mind games here as possible. We did manage to get a little bit of a bait here. Do we have slow debuff? We don't have slow debuff, but we're going to be able to catch up here immediately anyways. So I'm deciding not to use the slow debuff, but we can use it here regardless. Yeah, we can use it here regardless, so max presence, nicely done. We're going to be seeing Prospector nearby here as well, but even with Prospector here nearby, that's not going to be that much of a good news here for the survivors, because Jelly has no items remaining. There's a dash on towards NightWatch's side already, and Blink is currently ready as well. We can chair, we can actually chair near the... We don't even need to use Blink. Okay, we don't even need to use Blink, and guess what? We have Abnormal. We can Abnormal a Cypher Machine if we really need to do so, but there's also a basement nearby as well, so this is really bad for the survivors right now with that basement. We're going to be able to get Flywheel, very beautiful Flywheel. That's my charge attack hit on towards the Prospector right there. Blink is still ready, by the way, for a double hit potential here. Blink is still ready for a double hit potential, but for Jelly's side, he's going to have to be charged here immediately as well, especially with the fact that he could potentially struggle free. But then, like, from the survivor side, Prospector has to leave. Prospector made a huge mistake here when it comes to the stun, and Acro has to come to rescue. So, like, with that in mind, they're missing Cypher Machines. They are 100% missing Cypher Machines, but it seems like for the survivor side, they actually want to decode that Cypher instead. We do see that 487 is nearby. We do also see that Acrobat is nearby, but even with that on mind though, we're going to be able to get the Typhoon pull here and an immediate hit. Oh, the blink down! Wait a second, the blink down! Okay, okay. About that, right? About that, right? The blink down. Ooh, I did not expect that blink down. Oh my lord. Oh my lord, I did not expect that blink down. But also from the survivor side, there's nothing they could do there. Especially with the fact that they can't go open a new Cypher Machine since it's so far away. And it wouldn't be enough anyways. That is really bad. So we're going to be seeing Jelly getting eliminated here immediately. 47 still trying to struggle for as long as he can. We're trying to get rid of the stun here as well though, but with no flyer remaining, let's congratulate the 4-man elimination here and the 3 wins coming from GG side. 3 very clean wins. But of course, let's move on. Well, that should be the end of it for today. There's none left. It's going to be victory for GG.